Hi there, this is Sheena Rowlands and today I'm sharing with you my 52 favourites week 5. Each week I pick a different topic to scrap, and this week is very special to me as my son and his girlfriend got engaged. So the paper at the top that you see was the inspiration for these 2 pages, and I decided I wanted to try a new technique. So using the L Studios Title Builder Volume 3 stamps, in particular the word love, I decided I was going to actually stamp and make myself a unique pattern paper for one side of these 2 pages for my traveller's notebook. So I chose 4 of the Distress Oxides by Tim Holtz that would coordinate with the paper at the top, and I decided I'd stamp them randomly along this piece of paper. So I'm starting with the grey. There's a lot of chopping and changing going on, but these are the 4 colours that I thought would work best. What's really funny is I didn't actually measure it. I decided just to go for it, which is quite out of character for myself. But one of the things I'm challenging myself to do with the 52 favourites is to try different techniques and different things I wouldn't normally do in my normal scrapbooking, and try it in the TN. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It doesn't really matter, but it's all about just trying new things that I wouldn't normally do. So I'm just using the 4 different colours. I do apologise, you keep getting shots of the top of my head, and I'm just restamping them, hanging over the edge. Obviously I'm doing it on a glass mat, so it's going to be really easy to clean at the end. I do like the big stamp block that I'm using, just very easy to hold on to. Means that I can actually see what I'm doing, helping me get everything in line. And I'm working away slowly down. I do apologise as the camera focuses on the top of my head. I didn't make a note of the colours. I do apologise, but obviously I picked them just to match the paper at the top. Particularly like the yellow. It's a shame I've taken the photo out of view at the moment, because the colours in the photograph really go with the colours in the paper. So these were Distress Oxides, and my original thought was to stamp this side and then I would possibly sprinkle some water over it, make it a little watery. But actually I liked it so much once I'd finished the stamping that I didn't do that. I think the Distress Oxides, they're not stamping perfectly, and that's the way I really liked it. So I'm just carrying on filling in the different colours, trying to mix them up a little bit, trying to give them all a fair share. Actually being random is much harder than you actually originally think. I didn't want 2 together, but with only 4 colours and doing it in rows, it's quite difficult actually. It took a bit more thought than I actually had anticipated when I first started it. But as you can see, it's coming together quite nicely now. So I was very, very lucky for it to actually work out. As I worked towards the middle, that there was no big gap. Otherwise I was thinking I might have to start all over again and do it. So I'm just counting out, trying to work out which colours. The yellow stands out definitely more than the others, so I just wanted to be careful that I didn't overuse it, and just to fill in some of the extra spaces. So I think 1 more to go, just being sure. And I think I use a bit of pink to fill that in. This is a technique, I really enjoyed it. I certainly would do it again. It was a great stamp, being a solid stamp, and a short one. It was so I could get the full word stamped, if you know what I mean. If I'd have picked a really long word, it wouldn't have worked so well. So there's a piece of paper that I've made. So I'm trying to incorporate this heart paper on the left hand side. So there's the photograph that I want to use. Now these 2 bags, they're zippy bags. I'm looking for some embellishments to go on either side. So I picked that camera. My memory says it's Amy Tan, but it's a good few years. So going back to it, these bags, I store embellishments that I no longer use by colour. So I've just brought in my Studio Calico stamp. I'm already thinking, what can I do on this left hand side? So I'm getting some more stamps by L Studio. They are label stamps. I've got the dies to cut them out as well. and I'm looking at making some labels to go down the left hand side in the same colours as I've stamped on the right. So I've stamped with my Studio Calico large date stamp, the date at the top, that's the date they got engaged. And here I am looking to make some more labels so that I can put my journaling on them on the rest of that left hand page. Really useful to actually be able to stamp these out and then cut them out with the die to match, which means that's perfect for me that everything is in the same colours. I found a few grey puffy stickers as well. There's a grey heart in the middle of that camera die cut. That's as far as I go on the right. I think that's enough. And to balance it, I'm just going to make these labels on the left. I use lots of labels because I also do Project Life, so I find these stamps really useful. But I'm just trying to work out my placement and how many of them that I need. So there, I'm happy with the way those labels look. 2 of them are stamped, 3 of them are actually paper ones. Tend to print these off online, freebies on Pinterest, or they're ones that I've bought over the years, mainly for Project Life, so I'm just trimming them down, but I'm happy with the position. That will be the left hand page sorted. I don't think it actually needs any more. So the original paper that started this never got used. Here's the main image and followed by some close-ups. Thank you so much for watching. I've really enjoyed making this TN spread. I will be sharing more as the weeks go on. If you'd like to follow me, please subscribe to this channel, and you can find me on Instagram as Sheena Rybrina Scraps. Thank you so much for watching. Bye now.